So understanding your attachment story could be the missing piece to understanding why you've struggled experiencing the felt reality of living safe in the embrace of God's love. And maybe you've given up altogether, wondering if this side of heaven it's even possible to feel seen, soothed, safe, and secure in God's presence. I became a Christian as a young child, took discipleship seriously, and had a deep prayer life, but I still felt like an orphan, wondering if I was worthy of God's daily attention. Shame was a constant companion. Experiencing compassion either from myself or someone else was difficult, and I found myself addicted to searching for acceptance in others' eyes. So it was a game changer for me to realize that attachment with my first caregiver in the first 3 years of my life developed the neural pathways with which I experienced all other relationships going forward, even my relationship with God. So I knew in my mind that God was a comforter, but abiding with God was more jargon than felt reality. And because of my attachment wound, I believed God's attention span was limited, that I needed to appear ironed and in my Sunday best in order to be accepted, and that my needs had to be weighed before I could bring them into God's presence. I mean, really, did God have time for my small battles and my daily angst? The truth is that we often see God through the lens of our relationship with our earliest caregivers. But attachment is experienced one cry and response at a time, eventually building to a sense of trust that our Abba is ready and reaching for us, even before we turn towards him. Nothing is too trivial to be above his notice. I'm an Anglican priest of 20 years and a spiritual director who spent the last 10 years studying attachment theory and its relationship to our spiritual life. And in the Emmanuel Promise, the book I just wrote, I invite readers to learn about their attachment styles and how it's likely become the cloudy lens with which they view God. I also wanted this book to be Monday morning practical, so I included a substantial section of attachment practices for positioning ourselves to receive God's encircling love. And then I went a step further by providing free videos for each chapter that you can access from home, or leaders of small groups can just push play. Our brains are renewed through lingering and repetition, because when we're rooted in God's Emmanuel nearness in the ordinary moments, we can rest in God in the middle